Good evening, everybody, or morning. You never know where people are and when people are. But Bobo the Vulture's here. It's time for more Castlevania Symphony of the Night, and we have the tools that we need and the technology to go take on the final boss of Richter mode, and we just got to figure out a way to the middle of the castle. Requiem of the Richter. Yeah. Oh, you're not dead yet. Jeez. I'd like to go up the other way, thanks. That darn skull ain't gonna help me out. There you go. I thought there was an exit over here. Could have sworn there was more than one way out of the ye old Coliseum here. There's not a whole... Not a whole lot of reason to continue with this, but, you know, other than pride, that sort of thing. Don't want to let them all get me. Dracula's interior decorator loves the skulls. No, you don't need to overwrite the data. Should have hired my... I'm going to say grandson, great-grandson. I actually don't really know the chronology of all the Castlevania games super well. Let me through here. Is this a way along? Further along? Yeah. This'll do it. Not with that clock, it won't. Ouch. Yes, that's the way we wanted to go. I've watched the first couple of episodes of the Netflix Castlevania. Yep. Give a proud salute to that sacrificed Belmont. I watched the first couple of episodes because I was trying to watch it with Bean, and I don't think Bean was into it, but, you know, she's trying to be very diplomatic about it, which basically meant that, you know, after a particular watching session, she said, "Okay, I would not like to watch this anymore," and I sort of took that to mean, "Oh, okay, you're done watching these for today," because you know that's a thing that you have to do with a Netflix series. You have to call time on it for the particular session that you're watching because you know the whole season is available to you. If you don't want to watch the whole season, you've eventually got to decide when you don't want to watch anymore. But yes, I believe she had actually essentially meant, no, I don't want to watch this series. So I gotta get back into it. Or not, you know, that's also an option. I'm just warning you guys, this could be an incredibly short stream. And if it's not an incredibly short stream, I may be at a loss for what to do. Because, you know. I need to be able to. We're very close at this point to the clock tower, right? You can get to the clock tower from here. You know, one of the little upside down. Well, in the upside down castle, it means you're gonna have to sort of climb your way upward, coming at it from this direction. But we're very near. Yeah, the shortest, hypest stream. Why am I hitting candles at this point? I have maximum hearts. The only thing that could come out of them would be a weapon that I don't want. Or money. Money, everybody! You know what, if this does go short and sweet, maybe I can figure out something else that's just coincidentally sitting on my on the PlayStation. Yeah, I was gonna say, I gotta wait around for a while, I guess. Richter goes to his idle pose, which really is him saying like, man, that's a gigantic clock. Yeah, no, I'll get back to it, I think. Now that I know that it's going to be a solo effort, I just know that I got to... And it's based off of... It's based around Trevor, right? It's based around the Trevor Belmont era, because I remember getting as far as Sypha, who I guess they said was Sypha Belnades. I always said Belnades, but, you know, that was the thing about pre-voice acted video games. Whatever you read the character's name as, that was what the character's name was. Trevor is your designated Belmont. Alright, guys. Let's go up here. There's not much else for it. Alright, how about we do this? Well, let's make sure that we've fully explored all around. How about that? Familiar face from this game. I mean, pretty sure that I had already seen sequences involving Alucard, but he was also a character from Castlevania 3. Although, there are other faces in this game that might make an appearance. Maybe the Dark Priest Shaft. I don't know. Hey, Bubba. So that's what I just started a new stream for, everybody. Time to see the exciting Richter mode ending scene, by the way. Boy, if I weren't so tired at the end of the last stream. Like, I didn't even remember. I was forgetting in my head the layout of the castle. Of course, this castle is an entity of chaos. It could take many forms. So there's that I already had going through my head. But I couldn't even remember, wait, how do I get to the clock tower from here? Yeah, just, you know. I was taking wrong turns already. Like, I went all the way to Dracula's old chamber, practically, trying to find the way to the center of the castle because I had taken a wrong turn. So, oh, that castle cleared up, and so did the sky, so that's nice. Time to strike a pose over the ruins. Nobody there to talk to us, though, because that's not what we're about. Time for some soprano saxophone. Boy, howdy, am I not a fan of that musical instrument. I shouldn't say that. I mean, every musical instrument has a place somewhere or another in orchestration. I just tend not to like the places the soprano saxophones find themselves. You want a longer stream? Instead, you got the shaft. Well, but the nice thing about this is it's... I guess this is like an alternative, like an alternate timeline or something like that, because I guess the actual main gameplay is involves us seemingly killing Dracula, but then Dracula revives like in almost no time, just like 4 years or something. Like a couple years pass, just long enough for Maria to go from being a little girl to being, say, you know, not the, like, what is it, century or 2 centuries that it takes usually for Dracula to revive. By the way, your scenario writer is Koji Iga. That's Koji Igarawashi, Iga guy that no longer works at Konami, but Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night. Got to check that out eventually. I have to check out they reached a stretch goal for that game that that involved an 8-bit style variant. Yeah, 4 years is like nothing to a vampire. If you think about it, if he traveled across the ocean in a case buried within the earth of his homeland and sailed across the Atlantic and established residency in the United States, he could have, yeah, Bloodstained, that's the one. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night should be coming out. Yeah, it should be coming out pretty soon. But the stretch goal 8-bit game is already out. I saw Death Evan playing it a while back. I should go find that. But either way, Curse of the Moon, yeah. Yeah. It looked like fun. But if Dracula had traveled across the Atlantic, buried in a casket that was contained within a shipping crate of the earth of his homeland, established residency in the United States, he would have been able to vote in every American election. Not in every state, but you know, it could have established residency in any given state and voted for every president. Think about it. Thank you, MyLickFlyer347, for following. I genuinely have no idea what I'm gonna do now because I'm like, you know what? I don't have a lot of time to stream necessarily because I gotta work tomorrow, but still, I want to get this. I want to see if I can put this to bed so I can actually upload these. This is a little game that I didn't want to do a whole lot with. Whatever feels good to me. Sunday working Bobo. And Friday working Bobo. Usually I work Sunday to Thursdays, but I had to work Friday this week too, because I got to get all the comp time I can. What with Bobo Jr., Bobo 2, B2 coming along. There you go, copyright 1997. So here, 21 years on, they got a Requiem edition coming out for PlayStation 4, which sparked me to go back and play through This Is Richter. Now I can say that I have done most of everything that there is to do in this game. I haven't done a like 200 plus completion run as Alucard, which is something that you can do if you glitch out certain parts of the castle. You can get outside of the normal bounds of the game. like float around in mist form outside of these CD corridors and stuff like that. That's pretty wild stuff. But anyways, I'm not going to drag it on excessively here. That ending, for all its complexity, was the ending to Richter mode. Another thing that I would say, some people say, that just is more like the old-fashioned Castlevania ending scenes. He just stands outside of the palace or whatever. Um, I think in Castlevania 2 and in Castlevania 3 there was dialogue that happened, so I think it really is just him standing there, and it's just a little simplified ending scene for that mode. But anyways, a dry Richter run. What with no boozing? No holy water. Poof. Sounds difficult. If I'm aware of how everything is supposed to work in this game, right, I believe the next best thing to do is using daggers, and that if you aim, but the problem with the daggers being that you do have to aim them. It's not like the item crash of the holy water. You could also just do a no item crash run. Just use holy water the way that it was originally intended in the olden times. Just throw it on the ground. But that sounds like a lot of effort. This is BoboTheVulture, everybody. This has been Let's Play Castlevania Symphony of the Night, the Alu Casual Richter run. I hope you guys all enjoyed it as much as I did. Getting to come back to this game at least one more time. But bye for now, everybody.